Hello YouTube. Has been like a week, so thought I should probably try to upload something else. And quite a bit's happened in the last week. Glee on Tuesday was absolutely fantastic. They did one of my favorite Barbra Streisands ever, Papa Can You Hear Me from Yentl. Love it. And Leah Michelle singing that, honestly, I honestly think that if we ever need one, we have a like a spare Barbra Streisand. And I'm shocked that I can say this and like not burst into flame from gay blasphemy, because there can only be one Barbara. But Leah Michelle did it incredibly well, and she did Don't Rain on My Parade incredibly well. And so if we ever need a funny girl or a Yentl, we have a spare. But something happened Wednesday was the 6K fun run for the Police Calmer and Elmer to raise money for the London Wheelchair Sports Association. We raised like $300,000, I think. And from my last 7K race to this 6K, I knocked off half a minute per kilometer, which, if you know me and my people, the Jews, is a huge accomplishment. Thursday and Friday were ag days, during which I completely ruined my diet, because they were selling cotton candy during lunches, and I fucking love cotton candy, cannot say no to it. And, oh my god, they had goats. Goats. I love goats. They're hilarious. And they were little goats. They were like this big. You can't see my stupid webcam. Like this big. That looks a lot bigger next to my shelving unit, but it's not. Like the size of me. My torso. The size of me that you can see in this rectangle thing. Ooh, and I did one of my nails silver because I have to work on Monday. And I can't wear nail polish at work, so I just do one and then quickly take it off beforehand because I like my silver nail polish. Back to egg days. So my friends convinced me to go on the wagon ride, which was fun till we went through the big-ass field of pollen. And I'm the kid with the pollen allergy. And by the end, I could barely breathe. I was like, yeah, thanks for the pollen ride. I'm glad my lungs are now, like, scarred. And because we went on the stupid goddamn fucking wagon ride, we missed out on country karaoke, which I was kind of wanting to do. I was gonna convince them all to do, Big and Rich, Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. Because that's, like, the best country I have. But on the Thursday, we also did apple biting, like from the string. And at one point, I've just got like, I grabbed the apple and I like pushed it into someone else's shoulder and was like chewing the apple. The other point, I was and then at one point, I just grabbed the string in my teeth, went down this thing, and chomped off half the apple in one bite. Then the apple fell and I lost the stupid goddamn contest. And I'm also pissed because I missed out on the fucking pie eating contest that I know I would have won, because at heart I am a fat kid, though I've slimmed down quite a bit. This is slimmed down. What's this also? Corset? But, yeah. So, Ag Days was fun. But, today, I had to work days from 8 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. And holy fuckballs, one of the worst shifts ever because of the bullshit and how busy we were. I have no clue what these levels mean. We were like insanely busy, and I was on counter for 8 motherfucking hours, and I was actually out on the floor for the longest amount of time the Ontario Employment Standards Act allows you to be out there for without a break, from 8 till 1. I did not get my first motherfucking break till 1 in the afternoon. And, oh my god. My manager just completely fucking pissed me off today, too. Because, our CT's, like, on one side of the store, and I was on the far end, like, at counter, and the CT's at drive-thru. So, I brought, well, both times. Twice this happened, but the one time I brought it over, and I was stirring the coffee, and she just goes, come on, let's go. And I just went, bitch. And by the way, everyone who works there knows I use that term as a term of endearment. I love them all. And to me, bitch is not an offensive term, but I went, bitch, I know you're not snapping your fingers in Matthew Armandale and Benoit's face. You might be snapping them in someone else's face, but not Matthew Armandale and Benoit's. I don't know why I'm making an oval with my fingers. But, so I went, so you can try that again without the snapping and without the attitude. Because I do not know who you're talking to, but you are not talking to Matthew Armandale and Benoit like that. And then another time, a couple hours later, I brought over another CT and I was stirring it, and we actually slowed down for that time. So I only had the one customer, and this is who it was for, the CT. And so I'm, by the way, like my Reese's shirt. So I'm stirring the CT, and she's like, "Oh my god, don't take a fucking well, she didn't say fucking, but she's like, don't take an hour to stir the CT." And I just went, I know you're not talking to me like that when you can see I have one customer. This is for my one customer. I know you are not talking to Matthew Armandale and Benoit like that. I don't know who you're talking to. You're looking at me, but I know you're not talking to Matthew Armandale and Benoit like that. By the way, I use my full name when I get really mad. So, I nearly just absolutely axed her head off with one of the incredibly dull knives we cut sandwiches with. By the way, Tim Hortons, this is not in any way reflective, this is not in any way reflective of the views, opinions, shit like that of Tim Hortons, nor is this a death threat. They fired me over something very similar to this already, a different Tim Hortons. Yeah, I can get hired at 2 different Tim Hortons after being fired from one. Oh yeah, that's right, I'm special. I've got the gift. You don't ever want the gift though. But, and, oh my god, 5 minutes before I leave, the supervisor, my manager left. Supervisor comes in for afternoons. Fuck, she's a bitch. Okay, no, bitch is a good word for her. Fuck, she's a cunt. There we go. You know what? Too bad. Oh, by the way, women, if you can use the word dick, I get to use the word cunt. I see no difference between these two terms. Both describe sexual organs, and but somehow cunt's offensive, but dick isn't. So fuck all you. I'm gonna use it from now on. It's my right. And oh, and if you use the word dick, you're not allowed to get offended when I use the word cunt. But 5 minutes before I leave, she just goes, "Oh, stock the store," and she's like, "Drive-through lids are in dire need of attention." I'm like, can't say names, but let's say A was supposed to was doing crap with the lid not even an hour ago. She should have done it. She's like, "Well, I don't know what to tell you." Well, then tell me to not do them, because fuck you, I don't want to. But I did them anyways, because I'm a good employee, and they had me for 5 more minutes. But then, as 5 minutes, she's just like, "Oh, wait, fridges." And I was like, it's 4. Actually, no, wait, it's 2 minutes past 4 on the clock that we look at and then go, "Oh, it's not 4 yet." So, fuck you, I'm leaving. And I left. And that was pretty much like the equivalency of my entire storm out. Oh, and this supervisor, I was going to make an entirely different video for this, but I might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And okay, so this is how the video would have started. Is how do you spell see you next Tuesday? C-A-T-H-L-E-E-N. Kathleen. She's the biggest cunt I've ever met. She's like either bipolar or just complete and total cunt. She goes from nice to an incredible bitch, and then from 10 to 11 when there's no one left in the fucking store for her to talk to, she'll be nice to you. And you just want to be like, not today. So, like, the one night, she's riding my ass the entire night. She sticks me on counter for 6 hours, gets me to do 4 of, like, the 7 mandatory cleaning jobs. No one else is doing them. Fuck. Well, she actually told someone to go home, because they were going to be done at 7, even though she's kept me back, like, multiple times to finish my job. She told them to go home and told me to go finish their fucking job. And I was like, motherfucker, please. So, and this other time, I came in, I wasn't working, but I came in because I wanted to get my tips, and there were enough people out there. There was, no, Ia won't care. Ia was on drive-thru. Ia is, like, one of the coolest old ladies you'd ever meet, by the way. But she's on drive-thru, and so is Kathleen. And, Ia, they're not busy at all. They're not a fucking car in their drive-thru. And I'm like, yo, Kathleen, or, no, I didn't say yo. I was like, Kathleen, can I get my tips? She's like, well, I can't because I can't leave you all alone on drive-thru. I was like, Ia's a big girl. She can fucking handle herself. So I waited for 20 fucking minutes until, you know what, I figured out. She hates it when people sing because she can't sing herself. Like, not even a little bit. It hurts. More than mine does. Like, I know I can't sing well, but her singing is so tone deaf. You want to, like, shove butter knives in your ears and, like, mix it around so that you cannot hear it all. But, so I just started hitting whistle notes. Well, not whistle notes, but I started hitting A6s. I was singing Halo Walking on Sunshine at the top of my voice in a fucking Tim Hortons for 5 minutes before she went back and got my fucking tips. That's right, I know how to handle a cunt. Oh, she is just terrible person, terrible supervisor, but she, yeah, terrible supervisor. And another thing that happened during this week was, it was during a weeknight that I was working, and I was working with our assistant manager. And according to Tim Hortons policy, you are supposed to, supervisors are supposed to have all their employees go for breaks before a supervisor, because breaks are supposed to be done for 9 for afternoons, so that if they're not done by 9, the supervisor, assistant manager, or manager will not get a break instead of an employee. They have to be done at 9. But fuck, she goes first in breaks. She goes first again, and then she takes another break. Oh, and that's another thing that pissed me off today about my manager, was every, like, hour she'd go out with a coffee and have a little cigarette, and I was like, bitch, get your fucking ass in here. If I don't get 8 breaks, you don't either. If I have to wait 5 fucking hours, you do too. So yeah, now that my anger has gone, thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you later, bitches. Whoa, 13-minute video, cool.